Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Guys, this is the new topic which is known as bioenergetics. And this is very important to understand the involvement of biology, chemistry in biology. So these are the principles of biological systems. So this lecture is too important to understand clearly that how the chemistry is involved in all type of biological systems. So the first thing you need to understand is the role of ATP, and the textbook Harper's Illustrated Biochemistry, pages 90 to 95. So I'm giving you the essence of all these pages right now. So the first thing you need to understand is the role of ATP. Now we move to the slide second. Okay, this is the slide second. So ATP is actually means adenosine triphosphate, and normally it is referred to as the source of energy. Now the energy source in the biological system, so we can call them the powerhouse of biological system. Okay, so the question which needs the valid answer, how and why. How we can say that ATP is the powerhouse of biological systems. Now you need to understand first of all the answer to this question by considering the structure of macromolecule of ATP, where we are going to answer this question, why it is called powerhouse and how ATP store energy in biological systems. Okay, so next point is, let's see the structure. So this is the structure, and I got this application in my MacBook. While talking to you, I can explain the things by drawing over here. So this is the basic structure of ATP. Now this structure is composed of two main parts. Number one is this part which I have circled. This is called adenosine part, okay, and which is further made up of two different things. This blue one is adenine nitrogenous base, and this purple one is 1-ribose sugar. Together it is called adenosine. Now here we come to, you see that 3 phosphoryl groups are attached over here, right? So if we break down the structure of ATP into its constituents, then we can easily understand the structure and also how it is a storehouse of energy in biological system. As I have earlier told you that the first part is the adenosine and the second part is the 3 phosphoryl groups. Now we need to understand very carefully that how it works. Now what happened when these 3 um, uh, phosphoryl groups, when they break off, they can turn into a phosphate. So the triphosphate part, you have in triphosphate part you have 3 phosphoryl groups. Now you need to understand how it's a store of energy in biological system. So let's, if I say that the structure of adenosine is abbreviated as AD, okay, AD, and these are the 3 phosphoryl groups. So these 3 phosphoryl groups are bonded to AD. So on the whole, this is the structure of ATP, right? So next, I will write this structure like this. Instead of drawing these bonds, I will draw this shape, okay? So normally in the books, it is shown as AD in this form. Normally in the higher books, it is shown like this. Now what is the difference in these two representation of the structures? The difference is that this means a high energy bond. ठीक है, and this is representing high energy bonds, means that a lot of energy is embedded in these bonds. Okay, so you need to understand this thing while writing the structure of ATP. You cannot draw this structure like this. You have to draw the abbreviated structure like this. This is the ATP. AD represents the adenosine and 3P represents the 3 phosphoryl groups. Now this bond represents a high energy bonds, and a lot of energy is embedded in these bonds. Now you know that 2 electrons are there in one bond. Remember, this is the chemistry you need to understand. In that way, you can understand easily bioenergetics. That is the how chemistry is involved in biological system. So this is the slide number 4. Let's move to slide number 5. Now, what is meant by higher energy bonds? It means that the electrons which are present in these high energy bonds, if somehow this bond could be broken, so these electrons are going to go into a more comfortable state, which is obviously the lower energy state. And as they go from a high energy state into a lower energy state, they release a lot of energy, and this energy is calculated energy. Now the electrons in this bond, if somehow come out of bond, they go to low energy state and release energy, the same concept. So when you start with ATP adenosine triphosphate, what you do, you add some water, okay? You add some water, and then what will happen? So when you add some water, this is the reaction which is known as hydrolysis reactions. So of course, hydrolysis reaction will take place. Now the question is, what next? So what next is that one of the higher energy bond will be broken. Okay. तो ये हमने इसको इस तरह किया है कि दिस इज एट दिस पार्ट P3 प्लस दिस, एक एनर्जी बॉन्ड जो है वो आपका इसमें से टूटेगा, ठीक है, और आपका बॉन्ड बनेगा इस तरह. ओके, लेट मी ड्रॉ टू सो दैट यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड इट. ये आपका इस तरह एक बन जाएगा, प्लस लॉट ऑफ एनर्जी होगी इसके साथ. सो वन फॉस्फोरल ग्रुप, इफ व्हेन वन फॉस्फोरल ग्रुप popped off and turn into a phosphate molecule. ये किस में बन गया? phosphate molecule में बन जाएगा, convert हो जाएगा. So आपके पास क्या रह जाएगा पीछे? ADPP plus water give you adenosine diphosphate आपके पास आ जाएगा. So ATP के साथ जब आप water molecule को react करते हैं तो आपके पास जो resulting figure आएगी, that would be like this: A D, ठीक है, and this is 1P and this is second P. So in this way, you see that this 2 P's are left with the adenosine, and 1 P is popped out as phosphate group along with lot of energy. Now I will explain this again to you in detail so that you can understand very carefully. Up, this is the picture. आप देखेंगे कि this is the bond. Now how many electrons are there? Yes, of course, 2 electrons. ये 2 electrons जो हैं, ये चले जाएंगे कहाँ पे? Lower energy state में. Now the important part that electron in bond will go into a lower energy state. Now they are going to release energy. So as the product formation, side energy released, and then reactant site, it is the storehouse of the energy. So हम कह सकते हैं कि ये storehouse है जहाँ पे हम इसको position या name या status reactants का दे रहे हैं. Next, this is the product side where a lot of energy is given off. So we say, while dealing with reference to biochemistry, to go from ADP mein, if you add a phosphate, it will become ATP, and this is actually the scheme of studies or the scheme of reaction when you go thoroughly understand the process which is known as photosynthesis, where we use light energy to essentially and eventually get to a point where this phosphoryl is put back on, using energy, putting this P back on the ADP to get ATP. तो reverse इसका reaction photosynthesis है और इसका forward reaction जो है वो hydrolysis है. So when biological system need to use energy, they use the ATP and essentially undergoes the process which is known as hydrolysis. Okay, so hydrolysis will take place and they'll release that energy. Sometimes that energy could be used just to generate heat, and sometimes it can be used to actually go forward some other reactions, okay, or change the conformation of protein somehow, or whatever might be the case, this energy is then used. So this is all about the introduction to um, um, bioenergetics, that how chemistry is involved in biological system. So ये सारा जो system है, that is the going of the electrons from higher energy state to lower energy state. ठीक है, जब bond break करते हैं तो shifting of electrons है, and during this shifting a lot of energy is released, which is then used in the biological system to carry out the reactions. I hope you understand this thing very carefully, and this is, just a little bit explanation to bioenergetics. Thank you so much.